Our Auto is a proud sponsor of ProDrive Racing Australia. Bathurst champion Mark Winterbottom came in and had a chat about Our Auto and life in the ProDrive team.
Yeah, it's great. We've got lots of great partners and associates that are with the team, but Our Auto was a great addition last year. They come on right at the right time at Bathurst, and it's great. We want sponsors that put in and actually can leverage the sponsorship. We just don't want to take and not give back. But Our Auto has been great supporters. They're at the racetracks, they're supporting us, and that flows on to all the members as well. They feel part of the team, and they should, because although Our Auto is on the car, it's all the members that should be proud of wins like the Bathurst, and just a great association. So it's great to have good brands and good people on board.
Is it an additional advantage that Our Auto is an industry, an automotive industry brand, and you're obviously in the automotive industry? Is it good that the industry is helping the industry, so to speak? Yeah,
it's great that obviously an automotive brand is involved with the team, but that doesn't give us probably a performance advantage, unfortunately. But Our Auto and VACC help members and the automotive industry for a long time, so if they can give us a little bit of an advantage through themselves or through their associates, we'll definitely take it. But it was the first brand over the line at Bathurst. It was on the front of the car, so they're definitely helping us. But we only need 1% in our sport, so if Our Auto can give it, or any of their members, we're all ears, and we'd love the advice.
Teamwork is obviously a vital part of what you do. Just tell us how important it is. We see you as a personality, but it's the team that obviously makes everything tick as well. So why is that so important to your success? Yeah,
well, there's obviously the drivers drive the car and they get to spray the champagne and take all the celebrations, but there's 60 plus guys and girls who work at ProDrive Racing Australia. So to think that you're one element of a massive organisation, everyone has to put in, and that's why you have to get the best people, you have to get the best staff involved, because if one person doesn't do their job properly, the success on the racetrack just isn't there. So for drivers, we try and align ourselves with the best teams and the best people, and 62 people, it's a massive amount of organisation and personnel. So when they get it right, we get it right, and as a team you obviously get the trophy, and that's, in our sport, the biggest reward is first place, podium, and that's reward for hard work.
What would you say is the key, though, to good teamwork?
Well, I think everyone's very intelligent, whether it's our team or the other 25 cars that are on the grid. Everyone is smart and intelligent, but the morale, the way you all pull together, probably the mentality of the team as well. If you can get the best out of people, that's what sort of probably helps your results on track, because everyone is smart, they're all intelligent, but if you've got a right person in the right role doing the right job, you're going to get more out of someone than putting them in a role that maybe isn't suited to them the best, and if they haven't got the support as well. So for our team, we really work on making sure that people are in the right roles and they've got the right support. And I guess as well, our guys don't have an issue with saying, hey, I don't know the answer as well, and they always ask advice. So probably putting the ego aside, being in the right role, and having the right support, and that makes a team tick.
Success doesn't happen overnight, so you would have faced plenty of challenges along the way. So how do you keep driving through those challenges?
Well, motorsport's full of disappointments, and there's a slight celebration, but a lot of it's disappointment. But you've got to go through some of those setbacks to get the top results. So whether it's driver, for me, 2007, led Bathurst for the first time, 14 laps to go, ran off at the chase, and cost my team and myself, my teammate, the victory. But in 2013, it took 7 years to get back there to get that win again. But you learn from mistakes. So motorsport's full of disappointments, but when you get that one win, it erases every bad, probably negative thing you've had. So trial and error, but one day it will work, and you just got to work with those setbacks, not drop the bottom lip and give up, but use it as motivation. And for me, Bathurst was probably a great story that I didn't win it on that easy day, but I won it on a hard day. So you learn from your mistakes.
It's great seeing the car go around as fast as it does, but it's obviously a very risky sport. Safety would be really high on your list of priorities there as well. So just tell us a bit about that side of the sport as well, maybe the stuff we don't see behind the scenes to ensure that you get around as safely as possible.
It's a tough sport, and you feel invincible, which sounds it's always that moment where I'm invincible and something can go wrong. But on the ticket for entry it says motorsport is dangerous, and each time you go in, you scan your ticket, you have to turn it over and you read motorsport is dangerous. So you realise that what you do is a dangerous sport. But for me, I've raced go-karts since I was 9-10 years old. It's naturally what you feel comfortable doing, so you never feel like you're going to get hurt, but there's always stories you see, whether it's overseas or a big crash, there is that chance. So realistically you think you're invincible, but it's not the case. You can have one bad moment, but that also goes back to the team. My guys on my car I've hand-picked. I want to make sure that when I drive at 300 kilometres an hour and I press my brake pedal, the car stops, because that's service, that's workmanship, and that's just the human element of our sport. So if they're doing their job properly, I've got faith that my car's safe, and that gives me a massive bonus as well. So get the right people on your car at 300 kilometres an hour. It's very very important. So choose your people, and but end of the day things go wrong, but I'm still here, so it hasn't been too bad so far.
Just continuing that, Mark, we've obviously got a lot of apprentices who are working in service and repair and braking systems and driving systems, as well as a lot of members who work in that sector as well. So how much value do you put on those guys, sort of the repairers, the servicers, the those who are making sure all the cars tuned and systems working? How much important is there in your team on those sort of people working there?
It's massive. It's the biggest comforter that you can have as a driver is the people working, and whether it's going on a racetrack or driving down the street, you want to make sure that the cars are prepared properly, and that's where you need organisations that are not skipping corners. They're not, and they want to be aligned with big companies, and that's where the VACC it's a big bonus, because you know that they've picked the right people for their jobs. And for me on the race car, it's massively important. It's there's times, Saturday at Adelaide you crash, you get back to the pits and the car's a smouldering mess and the guys are working on it. You rock up the next morning and they've still got spanners in their hand working on the car. But lap one, you need to make sure that you go out and you're qualifying, so you've got to be on the lap time, and you've got to have full faith in your people, because they don't do their job properly, it's you that cops it. So it's all about trust, and that's the same as dealerships as well. Have trust in your product, have trust in your personnel, and human element's massive component to what is a massively mechanical industry, but the human element still makes that mechanical part work properly.
A lot of people love driving. A lot of people think in their mind they could probably be a race driver, but what would your message be to those people that, think driving fast is easy, especially for the motorists, who are going around their daily business, see an open bit of road and think, well, if Frosty can do it, so can I. So what's your sort of message to motorists about driving when they think they've got the opportunity to, drive a bit faster than probably they should? Yeah, well,
we race in a controlled environment, so I don't do anything, on the road that I do on the racetrack, because for me, my thrill is done there. But it's an entertainment industry as well, so it's not you going out saying I can drive at 300, hey, go and have a crack yourself. It's not like that. We've got flag marshals, we've got medical staff, we've got cars with roll cages, we all go the same direction. We've got good tyres, we've got everything there that makes it as safe as possible. But for me, the racetrack feels quite safe, but the road I hate driving on the road. So if you ever want to go and have a play in a car, go to a racetrack or go to an indoor go-kart place, or go to somewhere that's in a controlled environment, because on the road it's actually it's quite scary that you feel like you're in control, but that bloke or that lady or whatever beside you've got to trust them as well. So I'd always say don't speed on the road, and what we do on the track is fun and enjoyable, but do it on a track, don't do it on a public road.
For more information on what Our Auto can do for you, please visit the Our Auto website. Our Auto. Smart, reliable solutions.